got no rules, I count 'em. I got no rules, I count 'em.
Hello everyone! So today still we're gonna continue our journey on Dragon Rider's user interface. So in the last two videos we finally has done with the top left part, like totally all of the explanation of them. If you want to know what it is, then you can check the last two videos. But now let's move on to the things below, i.e. this small microphone and this small person shape stuff. So let's dive into it. First of all, if you click into the small microphone, that will send your voice into the people who are on the server. Next, if we click on the huge chunk of word, the wording part of it, there will pop out a window that occupies like 1/3 of your screen. Then you can see the messages people send. But let's first focus on some signs that you can click in. First is this mysterious small palette sign. After we click in, there pops out a window. On the left is us saying very famous lines in Dragon Rider. So in this time, I'm saying that we're all little monsters. One day we'll be killed by Ottoman, and if the rightful Ottoman is coming to you, then I will kill the rightful Ottoman for you. This is one of the most famous lines in Dragon Rider, actually. I will kill for you. Next, let's move on. On the right side, there are three options. The first is bubble, the decorations of your words while you send out your messages. And the second one is background. The third one is words that's the front you want to use. So let's try to change one. Oh crap, as I'm saying, realize that I don't really have like free to use background or words. You need to spend money to buy them. And one thing to mention is there are only two types of words that you can use. One is regular, the other one is colorful. So if you want to use, send very fancy words, then you need to buy. So change of plan, let's just go through the options one by one. The first is the system messages. This is telling you a lot of notifications and announcements from the system. For example, what is happening to you, and there are a lot of big things happen to other players, or there are activities going to open in a very short time, etc. Next is the club you have joined. So you can type in words and say something so that other members of the club can see. And then it's the team. So you can say things within the team so the team members can see you. So below the team, it's the word where you can interact with all the players and you can see people discuss, and people who want to be in the team, they will say something like, I need one person or two people to be in the team. And then you click, you can interact with them and join the team. Next is showing all the conversations that you are currently encounter. For example, if you are in an activity, then you will see all the NPCs conversations. Now let's move on to the below three vertical options. First one is server dragon shouting. The name is very fancy. What it actually do is to send messages so that the people on this whole server will see your message. Notice that you still need some items to achieve this purpose. If you don't have this dragon head shape thing, you just need to click on it. Then the system will direct you to the place, to the store to buy them. Next is this little microphone sign. If you click on it, it will record your voice. Next is the settings. So in the settings, there are three layers. The first layer, you can set all the things that you want to see from. For example, you can see the word, the team, the newcomers, etc. And the second layer, you can choose whether or not to automatically play the voices people send. And the third layer is to show messages specifically at you, specifically sent to you. If you click in other people's avatar pictures, there are also many options you can perform. You can check their detailed informations, their friend zones, you can send their messages, send them gifts, apply to join or invite them into teams, add them as friends, give them items, or add them into your blacklist, or just report them to the system. Since I don't want to report them or team up with them or add them in the blacklist right now, so I will just take check their detailed information as an example. As we click in, there appears this character's detailed information. We can check this person's name, level, sequential number, career, the club he or she belongs, and its position, as well as his or her title. Also, we can check this person's usernames and his or her apprentice or master relationship. If only we can have such a tool in real life. So anyway, in this person's case, he doesn't have any usernames, and if we click on his apprentice or master relationships, there the headmaster came out and saying that, well, if you want any relationships, you can find someone. Basically, he's saying that. Now we go back to check his friend zone. So we can see all the posts he has posted and the messages people have left to him. And in the meantime, you can add him as your friends, send him gifts, or just thumb down as the 3 buttons indicated here. Of course, if you click on to send him a gift, then you will be directed to the place where you can buy gifts for him. Convenient way to spend your money. And if we want to send this person a message, we just click on and then send him the message. For example, I will just say hi. You probably think I'm very weird, but anyway, this is an example for you guys. So this applies to anyone as long as you can click in his or her avatar pic. And of course, you can send her or him gifts as well. Then there will be a window pops out to tell you where to buy things for the person you want to send. I personally bought nothing for nobody, so anyway, if you have some friends or people you want to send gifts to, that is another story. Then you can also give them items as well as visiting their stores. And if they have a store, there will be an extra option. So this is the store looks like. His store is not opening. So that's basically it. And then we can move on to check this small person sign. If we click in this button, there are many options as well. Let's crack them one by one. So the first one is very easy. You just click on the add button. You can add people and find people. In the second layer, you can see all the messages you have received, including your club, for example, EVA. Next is all your contact person, but with the groups. So there are all your companionships and all the people who are currently online. Next is the friends zone. You can see all the posts other people posted, and I think it's a little bit chaos here, but you do see a lot of information. So I just recommend that we know, okay, it's there. That's okay. Because to be honest, we don't know who is posting this stuff. Is that real person or just machine? If I have something I want to post, why not on platforms like WeChat or Instagram or Facebook? You know what I mean. So let's move on to the last button, is the I. So in this layer, there are many functions you can operate as well. So first one is to send flowers to your friends. By sending flowers, you can just click on the name and send flowers. It costs you nothing. So I recommend to do so, and it will increase your popularity. Next is the email function. By clicking on, you can see all the emails you received, and there are 2 options you have. One is delete all, one is to receive all. By receive all, you receive not only the emails but also the rewards that along with the emails. So I recommend to just click on this button. And there are 2 other options that you can have on the right. One is to check everything happening in auction. In this case, it's nothing. And the third one is activities, and that's actually nothing as well. Next is your relationships. So you can only build up this connection when the other person's bonding score is more than 2,000. The maximum score you can get per day is 400 by team up with the person and kill animals kill monsters together. Oh, that's very strange to kill animals. Anyway, after you reach this score, you can go to specific stores then bond this relationship. Next is the master and apprentice relationship. So this relationship can only be built between two people that are higher than 35 levels, and for each apprentice they will have only one master. For one master they can have at most 5 undergraduated apprentice, and both of them will have a certification. You can check them on personal information. I think we just went through that. And after the apprentice graduated, they can have the graduation title, but they are not able to find a master again. The master can hire assistant, and all the apprentice can be assistant, and the assistant also be shown on the master's information. Next is good feeling. So if you favor someone, or you, well, to be frankly, if you have a crush on somebody, then you can just select the person and add in this section. So I think that's basically saying I like you in the game. Next, if we click on this button, we can see some TV shows. Well, of course, not real TV shows, just materials related to this game. Well, some dancings that if you want to become a star in this game, or some courses, or some, some news, some old stories about the dragons, etc. I personally think the most interesting thing is that see that we are looking those stuff on an iPad or some sort of pad. I think it's quite modernized. Next, we have the settings. So in the settings section, it's very clear there's actually only one setting, whether or not to receive messages from strangers. If you don't want receive, then you just cancel that check. Next is friends and relatives. So those are your real WeChat friends who is also playing this game. Take mine for example. If I click on, there pops out all my friends who is also playing this game. Even though they are in different servers, I can still send them coins. And after I send them coins, there will pop out a window for me to make sure whether or not to send them a WeChat message. Well, I will if they give me real money back. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So we have finished all the huge chunk of stuff on the bottom left. Next time we will move on to those signs in the middle, those shiny, shimmering, wobbling things. I hope this video can be of help. And if you like this video, please subscribe and hit the like button. And have a great day!